Hey guys, welcome back. Probably been a week or so, or a week or two since I've got to do a video. I just want to show you some odds and ends I've picked up over the last couple 3 weeks. Uh, this one book I've had it for a while, and I was actually going to take it to get signed at the convention we had just recently, but Mike Grell didn't show up. I think he was a little under the weather, and he was sick, so he couldn't make the con. And I've met Mike a couple times, and he signed a bunch of stuff for him. This is one book that I kind of special ordered that I wanted him to sign. And this series came out just a few years ago, and this is one of the variant covers I had. But it was the collaboration between DC and IDW, Star Trek and Legion of Superheroes. And this is issue 3 of a 6-issue series, and I don't even think I have all the issues. I think I bought the trade because I just wanted to read it, and it was a fun little tale. But I really wanted this one just for the cover, and this is one of the variant covers that Mike Grell did, issue number 3 of that series. Pretty cool. You got the Starship Enterprise and Kirk and Spock and the founding members of the Legion. For any of you Legion fans, pretty nice cover. So maybe I'll get to catch Mike next time around. Got some Bronze Age stuff. These are mostly, I guess, picture frame related. First couple aren't picture frames, but I didn't have these, and they came in a lot. Still cool books. You know me, anything from Bronze Age. So here we have Marvel Superheroes number 35. Cool 20-cent Hulk cover. And number 44. This looks like maybe, kind of looks like Gil Kane, if I'm not mistaken. Number 44. Hulk versus the Stranger. Here's number 33. This is a picture frame. Marvel Superheroes. And number 32. Another cool cover. Looks like Buscema probably. Okay. This is one that I've been wanting for a while, just because I love the cover and I love the characters involved. I think Wynard Art Tony showed this just a little while back, and it'd been one that had been on my list for a while. But Astonishing Tales number 13. Kazar and Man-Thing with a cool Rich Buckler cover. I actually think the art on the inside is by Buscema and Buckler. I'm not sure who did what. I'm just assuming Buscema did the pencils and Buckler did the inks. But I just love that cover, and all wrapped up in a white picture frame. Very cool looking book. Speaking of cool, Conan the Barbarian number 15. The great Barry Smith cover. Spider-Man 109. Starring Doctor Strange. All these are pretty high grade. I got these from the same seller. I think probably nothing's worse than maybe a Fine Plus. This is probably the worst of the bunch. Fantastic Four 123. And this one looks really good, other than it's got one little tiny chip out of the top, you can see, which I'm not really worried about. But a really cool looking cover on that one. And I actually bought a couple books that I'd had in my collection before, and I think they got lost when I got divorced years ago. But anyway, 2 key issues, first appearances. Daredevil 168, of course everybody knows, first appearance of Elektra. And she played a big part in this season 2 of the Daredevil series on Netflix. And anybody that's not watching this show, you need to watch it. It's one of the better superhero shows or superhero anything that I've seen. I mean, I went and saw Superman, Batman. I loved it. But the Netflix series is really good. So anybody that likes Daredevil or just loves good TV, I'd recommend it. Of course, you know, this is part of the classic Miller run. The first Elektra. And this is one I was wanting to get back in the collection. And both these I got really good deals on them. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have bothered. But there were a couple best offers, and I was lucky enough to get them. Swamp Thing number 37. First appearance of John Constantine. Glad to have that one back. Going to round the rest of this out with some horror and sci-fi. And these next 5 are books that I already had, but these are just upgrades. And actually, for 80s books, I've pretty much wore them out. There's only a 10-issue series of this, but this is Twisted Tales from Pacific Comics. And for anybody that's a fan of the old Warren horror stuff, you know, creepy and eerie and all that, I mean, anybody that hasn't read this, this is just great stuff. Got some great covers on it. This is a Corbin cover, number 1. You know, this is an anthology series, so you know, it's pretty much the same vein as Eerie and Creepy and all the horror stuff DC and Marvel put out in the 70s, except a little bit more hardcore probably. But just great stories, especially, and great art in a lot of these. So it's a John Corbin cover. Another one of my favorites, number 2, got a Bernie Wrightson cover. Anybody that's a horror fan, I would. This has got my highest recommendation. I think my Doobie Brothers, for some reason, is skipping on my computer. I don't know why. Just great stuff. Number 3, another Corbin cover. Number 4, not really sure who did this cover, but good nonetheless. And number 5, really love this cover and love this story. Another Corbin cover. So, and this one I just got because I found a good price, and I'm trying to get a good run of this going. Those of you know me, I'm a big fan of the black and white magazines from the 70s. And I've got a few scattered issues of this. I know Tony, he's a big fan of this book and this character. Deadly Hymns of Kung Fu number 9. Shang-Chi. Okay. And the rest of this, I found some EC reprints. I'm trying to collect all these because they're just a bigger format, and I know the EC stuff has been reprinted dozens and dozens of times by now probably, but I really like this format. It's sort of like magazine size. It's all in color. Called EC Classics. And this is number 7. This is Weird Science Fantasy. Of course, you know, this is one of Wally Wood's classic covers. I think they actually have both sides are, yeah, both sides have great covers. This is from Weird Science Fantasy 24, and this is actually the only EC comic, as far as the sci-fi stuff, I actually have a copy of. I actually have the original copy of this one, because this is one of my favorite covers of all time. Al Feldstein, I believe, yeah, if I can talk. Yeah, really great cover. And we had EC Classics, number 5. It's reprints Weird Fantasy number 1. Got some more Feldstein, or Feldstein, however you want to pronounce that. More Feldstein on the back. And it's just, to me, that just kind of showcases, you some of the best of EC, like in a bigger format. They're not really all that expensive either. So, really happy to have those. EC Classics number 12, more Weird Science. And as most of you already know, a lot of this stuff was based on classic sci-fi novels and short stories. Got one an adaptation of one of Ray Bradbury's stories in this one. Big Bradbury fan, so that's a win. And EC Classics number 2, reprints Weird Science. Number 1, another classic Wally Wood cover. And if you want to make a little stamp, all these came from my comic shop, so I'll be rebagging all these. But just some classic stuff. Never get tired of reading it. Okay, guys, appreciate you sticking around. Hope everybody had a great weekend, as this is in the wee hours of Monday morning. And hope you have a great week. And as always, onward and upward.